Hey everyone, it's Lisa and today is Monday, and today I thought I would do something kind of special to me. I am doing a look with the Tati palette. And if you've been with me a while, you know Tati is one of my favorite people here on YouTube. I think she is just, I don't know, I think I love the fact that she is so feminine. I love her look. She's always very soft, feminine. I love her style. I love her makeup. When her palette launched, I was right there waiting to get one. And so as soon as it went live, I bought two of them. I bought one for myself and one for Tammy. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, I have both kids home. Brooke just left for work. Will is in the study. So I don't even know where I just left off. But what I wanted to say is Tati ended up, she had messaged me and I didn't know it because when I got my Instagram hacked, I lost all the people I followed too. And you don't think about it. You think about them like one at a time. And so she had messaged me and wanted to put me on her PR list, which I was so flattered. And so she sent me a palette. So I'm doing a giveaway with my extra palette. So all you have to do is comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on my Instagram. And I will announce a winner. Probably just leave a comment on my Instagram too. I'll have a photo that goes with this video. And I will announce the winner on Friday when I do my Friday video, because I'm excited for you guys, for some of you that would want this palette to get it. So anyway, she sent me this for the PR. And I just had to read this to you. It's so sweet. It says, Lisa, you are one of the first channels I ever watched. You have always felt like a friend through your videos. Thank you for being such a positive place for so many and an escape to just share the love of makeup. Hope you love this. Hugs and kisses, Tati. And that's just like the best compliment you could give me, is that you guys feel my true love for makeup and just everything girly. I mean, right down to babies. I love everything about being a woman. And I also love other women. I've never been one to just feel any animosity or jealousy or something. I love when other women feel beautiful. And so I really hope that that comes through in my videos. And so thank you, Tati, for that. That just meant the world to me. I told her she made me feel like a rock star. And I'm just so flattered that I'm on her list. So today, in honor of Tati, I wanted to do kind of a real feminine outfit and look. So that's what I did. And so I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day because I forgot to do it at the end of my tutorial. Okay, so first I'm just going to show you, this dress is not still available. It is an awesome slip dress that I bought from Victoria's Secret a while ago, but I have found so many good slip dresses. Slip dresses are one of my favorite, all-time favorite things. I'm going to list those down below because a slip dress is just so versatile. I think it's so feminine, so pretty. And the shoes I have on today are just some of my all-time favorites, and they are probably my most worn designer shoe, probably, if you don't count the Stuart Weitzman Nouveau, which they no longer make. But this gold Gucci sandal has just been a go-to. You just can't beat a nice slip dress with a good like gold sandal. And I wanted to show you three different looks. Like if I was going to a party, like a Christmas party or something, this faux fur would be just perfect. And just put on some like rhinestone earrings and maybe a big cocktail ring, and you're just set. And you just have a good, comfortable, pretty outfit. And then another thing, and this is probably what I will wear today out. I have just one appointment today, and I haven't even taken you guys probably remember when I got this, it was the heat of the summer, but I saw someone on Instagram wearing it and I loved it. It's from Nasty Gal, and I think it's still available. Last time I was on the website I saw it, but it's just a wide wale corduroy blazer, and I just loved the color, and I love the look of a blazer with a slip dress. Now if you wanted to, you could, you know, belt this, but this is probably how I will wear it today. Another look that I love is good long cardigan, and this is the one that I just showed you in my Walmart haul. It's from Scoop, and I love the look of a cardigan, and always kind of put kind of fold it back, you know, like that. And because this has that square bottom, it just looks so good. And yeah, I'm feeling this today. I'm feeling like I might wear this. Be right back with this look. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is my primer. And I have been just loving this YSL All Hours primer. I don't think they sell it anymore. I like it because it's almost like, I feel like it's almost like liquid powder or something. I just use it with my, whatever foundation brush I'm using. This is the BK Beauty. And I'll try to find something similar. And then the next thing is the Clé de Peau, and this is the Radiant Cream, and it's number 30, I believe. I'm pretty much positive. I'll put everything down below. And so I just kind of guess how much I'm gonna need. This has just amazing coverage. And because it's so pricey, if you wanted to kind of spread it out, you could probably put the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter or mix it in with another foundation, maybe like Estee Lauder Double Wear. That would be a good one. And another thing before I forget is, how do you guys feel about PR unboxings? Because sometimes I get PR, like I've gotten several skincare things that I want to eventually try, but I feel like I should go ahead and show them now while they're new and available. So tell me how you feel about PR unboxing videos. Okay, I hope that's gonna be enough, because this foundation is beautiful. And if you use the same brush that you use to put on your primer, unless it's like the grippy primer or something, but most primers, it keeps your brush from sucking up all that foundation. So that I could probably use a little bit more and get a really, really yummy full coverage, but because I know I'm going in with this YSL powder, and this also gives coverage, I don't need quite as much of the foundation. So for this, I'm going to use the BK Beauty 103, any big fluffy brush, because this does have coverage and it is a little bit darker. That's why I like it. It's the B50. So I start right where I would want the darkest coverage, just like I did with my Laura Mercier Classic Beige. And then I kind of, what's left, go over the rest. And you see how that just adds a little bit and sets my foundation. If you wanted more coverage from this, you would use something like a Sonia G. These brushes are fabulous, but they are natural fiber, so they're going to pick up more and put more down. Like, I'll show you. So you can almost do like a bronzer with this brush, because it just picks up more. I'm going to go in, let's see, and we'll use the, I'm trying to use the Clé de Peau products so you can see them in action. I did the little cut-ins, but I think this will be even better. Okay, I'm actually going to use the brush that comes with this. This is the bronzer from Clé de Peau. So just take the brush in the dark side and then flick up to create that strong contour. And then I'm going to just go right along my hairline. If your forehead isn't as big as mine, then you won't need to do this as much. But or if you're wider, you might want to do the edges. But because my face is already long and narrow, I don't want to do too much on the sides of my forehead. So I'm just going to do the top, and my hair will cover most of the perimeter too. So then let's see. Let's take a regular brush, and let's take this Sonia G. What brush is this? I love this whole collection. This is a soft cheek. And I'm going to take just the lighter side of that bronzer and kind of go over that and up on the backs of my cheeks. and then go over the end of my nose like that. And then you could take this too and do your jawline like that. Love it. Okay, then I usually go in with highlight before I do blush, because I like my highlight to just be underneath my blush and kind of peeking up. And one of my favorites is the Laura Mercier Matte Highlight 01. You can see it is well loved. I have another backup just in case they quit making it. And I'm going over the tops of my cheeks. And then a lot of times I'll go back here on my jawline too. But that is because I'm wanting to kind of widen my face. So if you put the light colors right here, it'll kind of accent that and make your face a little bit wider. If your face is already wide, you would probably just maybe bring your bronzer down right there. This blush is just so pretty. And you do have to buy the case for the blush separately. It's the same way with the eyeshadows, and I ended up loving that eyeshadow palette so much that I did buy the case for it. But I'm not sure if you could put this in, you probably could put this in one of your other palettes. So I probably will end up buying the case just because I like the blush so much. So I'm going to use this same Sonia G brush, and I'm going to go in the darkest color first. And I like to look forward to see how much of the blush I want to bring forward. Like right here, I might want a little bit more color. Yeah. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, but today I do. And then I'm going to take the lighter color and then run it kind of on top. And right now you could use a setting spray. Lately, I haven't been using a setting spray because my skin is combo, and within 30 or 45 minutes I'm already going to have, you know, my skin's oils are going to kind of do that already. But if you have dry skin, I would say now would be a good time for you to spray. I like to spray before I do my eye makeup and eyebrows and everything, so now is when I would spray. And another thing is, like right now, I feel like I always feel like I need either some Hoola or Anastasia Rosewood at the end of my makeup look. So I'm going to do a little bit of Hoola just to add a little bit of bronziness. It's kind of like a neutral bronze, I think, is the reason I like it. Okay, so that is the face makeup. I'm going to go to eyebrows, and mine are microbladed. So what I usually do is just clean them out like this. Get all the foundation and stuff out of them. And then lately I've been really liking using this ash brown, which is so dark, but it works. It's just a real ashy dark brown. And my favorite brow brush to this day is still this Lise Watier. I like the spoolie on this one, which is the Smith. Like, this is my favorite one when I'm just wanting to straighten them out, you know, and brush them. But to draw the extra, you know, to lengthen them, I like this one. There's just something about this brush. It's just like the perfect width. And so I usually just dab in the lightest side, knock it off a little bit. I'm going to use this little hand mirror, and I go right to the top of my brow and just extend it just a little bit out. And then I use most of the pigment to do that, and then I start working my way up to the top of that like peak right there, and then I finish it off on this side. And by then most of the pigment is off of my brush, and so I might just fill in a little bit like that. I don't do much to the front because I feel like they're already dark enough. I want the main color to be on the end. And remember too, my hair is going to be down, so I don't have to be quite as precise. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Then I go over just with the clear brow gel just to kind of lock them in place. And I like to do my brows before my eyeshadow because I'm usually trying to like lift my eyes Must have been John's computer. I'm usually trying to lift my eyes and kind of bring them out, and so that the eyebrow coming out kind of creates that frame for me to use. Okay, and then my favorite eyeshadow base to use lately, and I just use it, I just keep this out to use just with this. I don't wet it, and I use just the end of it, and it's the Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and you just barely have to put it in there, and then okay, so we've got our base. And here we go. Okay, so here is the palette, and the colors that I use, because I typically like cool tone shadows. So this is very warm for me, but I do use these, and I haven't used this little stripe yet, or this one. I feel like I could really use that, but today I feel like I should do the look that I've been doing so that I feel comfortable and I feel like it's going to turn out. But so this is what I would typically put in the crease. Another thing you could do, like if you wanted something that was a little cooler or that you were more familiar with, like this is the MAC, excuse me, soft brown. So I have been, a couple of times I've used it and used this to start off with. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Excuse me. I'm gonna start with this BK Beauty brush, the 202. But the first shadow I put down, I don't need it to be very precise. So the synthetic bristles are good. So I'm going to take that soft brown, and then I'm going to take this little guide, put it here, and just work this into my crease. I'm not someone who puts a light shadow all over first. I know I used to do that, but to me it just keeps the other shadows from looking as, I don't know, deep or whatever. Hurts their pigment. I have the workers next door. They're even working on Veterans Day. Okay, so I'm going to take this all the way in, and this is basically, you eventually won't even see this shadow. It's just like my transition, and just, I'm using it kind of to frame where I want to go. And I usually do this shadow first and just do this whole outside. This is the MAC Soft Brown. And then before I get on with the other shadows, I'm going to take my L'Oreal, it's my favorite brown gel liner in Espresso. You could do black if you want to, but I've really been loving the brown. And then take your favorite liner brush. My favorite liner brush is the Louise Young brush. It's very small, the LY24, and now she makes the vegan version. You can't get the regular one. And I'm going to just, I don't have to be precise, but just putting some of this liner on my lid. You do have to get all the way down to your lashes. No wing, and just to the end of your lashes. Then I usually just grab this same Q-tip that I used for my brows, and you want to do this one eye at a time. If you do both of them and come back, it won't smudge out as nice. And I smudge that liner out so that it looks like that, so that it's just not precise and it just fades up a little bit. Like that. So I'm going to do that to the other eye. And so the first one I'm going to use is going to be this one right here, and this is from the Soothe row. I'm going to take that same brush, dot in there, and you'll see this, see how much warmer that is? I can't wait for her to do a cooler tone palette, because they're beautiful, beautiful shadows. Now, see how that one's kind of dragging down a little bit? I know I need to blend up and lift that shadow up right there on the corner. Up and out. I want to go all the way to my brows and really blow that out. And it might look weird to you at first, but by the time you put your liner, I'm gonna put wing liner on, and your lashes and your mascara, it won't look as bad. It won't look as weird. So now I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna use this little brush here. It is the BK Beauty 203. I'm gonna take that same shade and go underneath a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of connect it to the top like that. But I'm only going to go about probably a third or half the way in. Now I'm going to go in with Ritual, which is this dark brown matte shade here, and just dab it on either side, and there's like no kick up with the matte ones. And I'm going to just build this outside a little bit. I'm kind of just putting the color down first, and then take another fluffy brush, here it is, and just kind of blend that out. I will say her shadows are so pigmented, you have to be careful how much you put down. Like this one's not wanting to blend out, but that's fine because I usually put it darker on the outside anyway. Okay, and then my favorite shadow is Aura, which is this one right here, and it doesn't look like much, but it is like an eraser. So right here where I've gone a little crazy, I can take that and kind of buff that edge out. And clean up that top like that. See how much prettier that looks? Beautiful. Now I'm going to take this color in the metallic, and I'm going to just put it on the inner corner right here like that. And this is according to your eye shape. I think if you want your eyes to look more round, maybe you would put it all over the lid, but I just like the inner corner. Okay, and then we'll get that same color. And do it like that. And then I'm going to take a Louise Young brush because hers are a little bit more precise. This one is the LY38. I'm going to take this shadow right here. It's a sequin shadow, and I'm going to just kind of go into that point and kind of deepen that crease a little bit. See how skinny this brush is too? And kind of connect it to that outer V like that. Okay, now take a little brush like this one, and I'm going to take that shimmery metallic color, and I like to go right in here and carry it to the middle. Now is when matter of fact, let me go ahead and do a lot of times I like to go ahead and do my liner. That way I know exactly where to put my darkest shade on the outer and where I want to put my glitter. So now I'm going to use, I've got two liquid liners that I love that are brown. One of them is the Dior, and I wanted to kind of see for myself which one was darker. And then this is the Benefit roller liner. And they look just about the same. So I'm going to use the Benefit because it's a little bit less expensive. Okay. So what I usually do is I still kind of lay it right along the lash line and get all the way in like that. And then I use my outer shadow kind of as a guide to where I want my wing. And I just lay it down, bring it in, and bring it over. And it blends right with the gel liner that you did. Yep. And then if I want to bring it out, just bring it out and just keep swooping it in like that. Okay. Okay, like that. And they're about even. And then this is the dangerous part, to add just a little bit of coolness. Don't use the black because that is so pigmented. It is hard to blend out, but I've been liking this sequin dark shade right here to just add a little bit of darkness to the outer V. I just dot my end in, and then I go right here to the end of my wing and just do that. And then you can take your other brush. Where's my other? Here, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna put a little, do I want? No, I'm not gonna put anything on it. I'm just gonna blend it out. Like that. Okay, now I've got to switch this back. Yes, like that. Okay, now I've been using just a fluffy brush to put my glitter on, and it just goes right on my eye and it doesn't move or anything. So let's take another Sonia G brush. This is the Worker Pro, and I am going to take my favorite glitter so far, I think, is this one or this one. Let's do this one. This one has like some colors in it, or let's do this one for something different. Okay, I'm gonna do that goldy one. I haven't used this one yet. Okay, so I just dab it in there, and I've just been doing like this. And this one is doing a little bit of fallout. I might have put too much on my brush, but isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm just gonna take a brush and just sweep that away. So pretty. And I don't know if I want any more. I'm gonna use another color. The color I've been using is this brown one. Okay, so I think some of the glitters may have more fallout because this brown one doesn't have any. And then I've even used, wipe that off again, I've even used this dark glitter on my outside. Like that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to do my mascara and then put on my lashes that I've been loving lately. So I'll put this on first, and I don't use any mascara on the lower, and I do use Grande Lash, so you can tell my lashes are just pretty good at this point. Like, I wouldn't have to use lashes, but every look looks better with lashes, especially when it's this much, and especially when it's a video. Okay, like that. And you know what, I am loving that, just the tone of that glitter so much that it's making me want to use one of the colors off of this row. So I think I'm going to go into this metallic with, I want to choose a brush that is skinny, but that won't pick up way too much. Let's use this BK Beauty, this, it's like a shader brush, 205. Gosh, look how pretty that is. Okay, let's just use a little bit of this. I'm a little scared. I might regret this. Look how pretty that is. Just added that little bit of deepness to the outside in that burgundy shade. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm gonna wipe off that brush, and I'm gonna go into this like magic eraser color and do right here, and wipe off again, and then blend up again like that. Perfect. I'm even going to take a little bit of this and go underneath and blend up. Like that. I've been using my Kiss Jubilee lashes, and I cut 4 big sections off. I've already got it where I can do them just quickly. So it's kind of like not a full lash, not quite just a half lash. It's kind of like a 2/3 of a lash, and it just fits my eyes perfectly. And I need to go get my Duo glue. I'll be right back. Okay, and then I'm going to do my lips while that's drying. I'm going to use my Lancome Ideal, and you don't want to get, I used that lip conditioner from Farsali. I'm loving that. And so I'm going to line my lips. With Lancome Ideal, which is my, you can see it's like my perfect nude. It just enhances my lip color. And then I thought I would use this Clé de Peau color I used the other day, the Pouty. It's just so pretty. And then I used this, the other shade that I got, I think, I can't remember the color now, but it's like a matte color. So I'm just going to put some on my finger here and just dab it on just to create a little bit more color. And I always just kind of bend them, get them ready to put on. So there we go with the lashes. And let's see, I think I can go ahead and take my clips out so I can see. I have to take my hair down so I can see like the whole picture. Okay, now I'm gonna do, sometimes I like to do this, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but this Urban Decay Oozy, any type of dark liner, but not too dark. I like these Urban Decay because a lot of them have like a little bit of shimmer in them. I don't like using a black or a real dark brown. I like using something that's just dark but not too dark. And I go right, just kind of like that, right at the outer third, and that kind of joins up with all of this outer crease and the lashes and just brings your eyes up. Like that. But if I did the whole liner, it would bring it more down. So if you keep everything on the outside, it just, that's what brings it all up. I feel like I'm looking a little bit more Tati-esque now. And so now I'm going to, the final step is using the concealer. This is the Clé de Peau. I wanted to try the like pen, but it was out when I placed my order. So I've had this before and I loved it. So I got it, and it is, I believe it's the beige. So I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything on my finger here, and I'm going to just warm up just a little bit. And I'm going to take it just in that darkest area like this, and kind of pat it out and down a little bit. And just keep on, you know, you're working it in like that. You can see how brightening that is, but it's not crazy. Okay. And if I feel like, you know, that's a little bit much, I'll just go around my nose where it can get red and then go back up. Kind of spread that around, and then sometimes I'll just run it down my nose right there, and I can even sometimes put a little bit right here on my chin just to add that accent. Okay, and here is where sometimes I even take a little bit of powder. Let me go get my Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, this is the Charlotte Tilbury #2, my favorite, just all around fabulous powder. So I'm gonna knock the shine off up there and right here. And then sometimes I even go back here like that. Hey, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have really enjoyed the palette. I know it's not like an everyday you know, you're going to put on glitter, which I would, I don't care, but I do really love the shadows. And now I'm really looking forward to her next palettes that I know she'll do. I'm looking forward to some cooler tone browns and maybe some purples and taupes and stuff like that. That's probably what her next palette will be. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget about the giveaway. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment on my Instagram photo, and I will announce the winner this coming up Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.